Welcome back to the Root Map System series. Last time we learned the lifted chord shape to move chords down by a fifth. Today we'll explore the dropped chord shape. Like the lifted shape, it lets you move chords up by a fifth while using minimal hand movement. This adds another tool for efficient chord changes on the cello. This one is a bit tricky at first, so don't rush. Play slowly, focus on accuracy, and celebrate small wins as you build fluency. As I mentioned in the last video, note patterns emerge when chords move by a fifth. I'll use the piano again to show what happens when we raise the chord root by a fifth. Let's say we're in the key of C and we're moving between the 1 and 5 chords. Early on in the root map system, we just moved the root shape from a C to a G chord. That works, but it can require a lot of shifting or a string crossing. But if we keep the common note the same between the C and the G chords, which is G, you can see that the other two notes move downward by step. This lowered shape I will refer to as the dropped shape. Now pay close attention here. On the cello, this dropped shape requires a slight shift from the root shape. This is very important. The first finger will move down to the next note of the scale, and the second finger will bar across the next two strings. We'll change from using fingers 1, 1, and 3 to 1, 2, and 2. Think of this dropped shape as a lower neighbor to the root shape. By moving from root to dropped shape, the chord root gets raised by a fifth, from a C to a G in this case. In essence, changing a root shape to a dropped shape gives you a warp route to the chord a fifth higher with very little shifting required. Maybe this will help you keep the lifted and the dropped shapes straight. If the root shape is your starting point, a lifted shape lowers the chord by a fifth, and a dropped shape raises the chord by a fifth. To practice the concept from this video and add it to the one we learned in the last video, let's examine a chord progression where we can use both a lifted and a dropped shape. 1, 4, 1, 5. Let's try it in the key of C. Our 1 chord will be a root shape built on the C. To change to the 4 chord, we will use the lifted shape as we discussed in the last video. Remember that the first finger does not move between the 1 and the 4 chords. Next, we'll return to the original 1 chord root shape. Now to move to the 5, we're going to use the dropped chord shape. Shift your first finger down by a half step to a B, and then bar the second finger across the D and the A strings. This raises the chord by a fifth and forms the final 5 chord. Now, in 4/4 time, low note on the downbeat followed by the full chord on beat 3. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great work! You don't need classical terminology or figured bass to play these shapes confidently. As you know by now, we're focused on navigation and sound in this system. The aim of this video series is to make practical, popular music skills a normal part of cello playing and teaching. The idea is to open real doors, reading chord charts, moving comfortably between styles, and playing with confidence in worship, commercial, and contemporary settings. Take time to practice chord progressions in a variety of keys until fluency feels automatic. We'll keep building out the root map system in future videos, so be sure each step is solid before adding the next. If this video was helpful, go ahead, like, and subscribe. It's one of the easiest ways to help more cellists find the content. So keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.